What's up, guys? Today's an awesome day. Welcome back, first off. So I want to thank you for everybody. Hit 40,000 subscribers. Awesome, just awesome, simply awesome. So super exciting though. Today, now I'm also going to try to do stuff like this too in my show. I know everybody loves snakes, but I'm a huge reptile guy. I do all types of reptiles. Today we're setting up a crested gecko cage. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because there's a lot of misconception online about how to set up reptile cages, especially beginner reptile cages. I have people message me all the time about how they should get snakes or reptiles or lizards or anything set up. So here's a little short, sweet video for you guys. Today we're building a crested gecko cage. Now we are here in my garage, man cave. The reason why we're in here is because this is where I usually work on a lot of the cages, because I have a nice big table set up. Now, as you guys can see, I already have a 12 by 12 by 18 little cage here. Now, I do not have a background. I already had this cage as an extra, so I don't have a background with it, unfortunately, but that's okay. So I went to the store. I got this awesome background. It's going to fit on there perfectly, so we're going to cut that to fit on there, and then I'll give it a nice foresty looking background. Hey guys, when I'm putting this background on, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about crested geckos because a lot of people probably don't know much about them. Really cool, awesome little geckos. Great for beginning reptiles or if you're planning on getting a second reptile. Now, crested geckos are originally from New Caledonia, which is a group of islands between Fiji and Australia. If I do cut the video a couple times, it's because my daughter is screaming in the background. Sorry about that. Now, crested geckos are an arboreal species, so that means they usually live up in the trees. So you want, particularly, you don't have to, but you want a cage that's relatively tall and gives them space to climb. Now, a natural living vivarium would be an awesome setup for a crested gecko. And what I mean by that is, as in live plants, get bugs going in there to help keep the tank clean and stuff like that. But currently don't have the money to do that because it is a little bit more money to do than what I'm doing because I'm literally building this cage pretty much with stuff I already had because I do have a lot of extra reptile stuff, being that I've been doing this for, God, I don't know, about 10 years now. So, now when I put the backgrounds on tanks and stuff, I actually tape one side so it's perfect. Take a razor blade, just like that guy there, and just slice down the line because then instead of cutting it and then putting it on, you never know if it's going to be the right size. Now, crested geckos used to be some of the rarest lizards in the reptile industry, but nowadays they're not. They're bred in very large numbers now, so pretty much every pet store has them. Now, crested geckos usually get about 8 inches, not too much bigger than that. And you can keep one male in an enclosure with several females. But males will tend to fight, so you don't really want to keep too many males in together. Now, they usually reach sexual maturity around 15 to 18 months of age, so keep that in mind. But they do live to be about 15 to 20 years old, so they live a very long time, so that is also an awesome reptile to keep. That is something you can have for a very long time. And just like that, you got an awesome background on your little cage there. Now normally, if you guys have been watching me on YouTube for a while now, usually I build these awesome backgrounds for these cages, but geckos are a little different because geckos poop everywhere. Snakes are easy, they go down, they poop on the ground, they come back up. Geckos poop anywhere. So I want to build this cage to make it easy to take apart and clean. Hence why I put the background on there instead of doing a piece of wood on the back wall. So we're going to build this cage to that. So right here I have some Eco Earth. Again, I use this stuff for everything. It holds humidity really, really well. It dries out really well and shows if there's humidity in there for, say, desert animals. If you don't want to keep them on sand, because sand can be a bit messy. So I'm going to go ahead and fluff this up a little bit. I always have this pre-made, always. So nice little thick bottom on that. Now we can do the fun part. Just start building. Now remember, when you're putting stuff in there, you want to make sure that it's not going to be able to fall and hurt the animal. I literally have a giant thing full of different fake leaves and stuff that I do like to use. This one's a little bent up. But I might, let me see. So, I order a lot of fake plants and stuff online just because it's a lot cheaper that way. Always give them a nice little wash off before you use them, but just so you can add things in cool spots, hide certain things if you want, fill in empty spots. So, now this is the first time I'm using a, what is this, a Zoom Ed tank. Normally I use Exoterras just because I like the double doors, better for venomous. These cages are a little bit different, so I'm going to have to do a couple different little things. But all in all, it'll be an awesome setup. Now I'm also putting some terrarium moss in here on the bottom because one, it adds color and it also holds moisture very, very, very well. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle that around a little bit there on the back. Now one thing I didn't get, which I'm going to be getting here in a little bit when I go to get some food for them, is a bowl to hold their food or baby formula, because these guys eat that. So, boom, there's that. So now they spend most of the time higher up. Again, arboreal species like to live in the trees, things like that. So they won't really go on the ground. But again, this stuff holds humidity great, so it'll keep that tank nice and moisturized, and he can live a happy little life. So I'm going to go ahead and put this lid back on there. We're going to go set him up out where he's going to be. So now something that makes these guys really popular in the reptile industry is the fact that they do not need live insects to live. You can feed them a diet that's already pre-made in a bag, and all you got to do is add 2 parts water to it. And you could give that to them. You could give that to them 3 times a week. Keep them nice and healthy. Now, also, let me see if I can focus on his face there. You gonna jump on the camera? Also, you got to spray these guys down a lot, or you can get something called a reptifogger, which I did get one for him, so I'm gonna put that on him after I do this video. Don't you dare try to jump to that camera. You missed. So the reptifoggers, can't talk, are really easy. Just fill up a bottle of water, it kind of sits in there, and then it, on a timer, will spray fog into the enclosure, keeping it nice and humid. You know, for a good 2 or 3 days. You just have to remember to change that bottle and refill it. Okay, so I totally had to run to the store really quick because I forgot something in my journeys yesterday, but there you go, Crested Gecko diet. Really easy stuff. This one is made by, if it will focus. There we go. So this one's made by Zoom Ed. Sometimes it comes in big bags. A couple different companies make it, but awesome stuff. Again, just a little bit of this 3 times a week with some water, mix it up in a little bowl, which I will get that set up right now. All right, so there you go, a little magnet thing for the side there, which will hold the food. That's pretty much it. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy when they're babies. You want to be able to see the animal still. You want to keep it nice and hydrated. So again, you know, you could either spray it down 2 or 3 times a week, or you can get a reptifogger like I did. But yeah, easy to clean, move things around. She can hide up there in the wood. So we're gonna go ahead and spray this out now, just so it gets nice and humid in there. And then we're gonna make some food and then put her in. So now spraying it down, covering the whole thing, making sure I get all that moss nice and wet. So it holds all that humidity really well. Now I'm doing this just before I set up the reptifogger, just so it has the humidity in there. This is going to be in my living room on display, so it'll look awesome. Nice. Alright, so there you go, there's the food. Now this is a baby day gecko, doesn't need to be, or I'm sorry, it's a baby crested gecko, so it doesn't have to be a whole lot. You know, that'll last her 2 days, and I'll give her more, and then so on and so forth. So, I'm gonna probably put some crickets in here for her really quick. Yeah, we'll do that later. So, let's go ahead and get her set up and put her in there. All right, there she is. Well, I don't even know if it's a boy or girl, but pretty little crested gecko, given to me by my sister, bred by my nephew. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in the cage now. Hello, buddy. Welcome to your new home. Awesome. So happy, looks good. I'm sure this gecko will definitely enjoy it. So, gonna handle it, get it very used to people, so we can eventually use it for educational shows. Awesome stuff. All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember, reptiles are always a responsibility, just like a dog or cat. Doesn't mean it's always every day, but any animal you own is a responsibility. So stay tuned for the next episode. Gonna be setting up that cage right there. Very excited about that one. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, who knows, we'll see. But I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, smash that like button if that's what you like to do. Hit your little like, hit your little bell notification so you guys see when I post, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!